State Senator Ken Donnelly was laid to rest on Saturday after he passed on April 2nd due to a brain tumor he battled for 8 months. After the funeral, friends, family, and colleagues, including many firefighters, gathered at Tuscan Kitchen in Burlington to celebrate the life of the man they said helped so many throughout his career. Since 2009, Donnelly represented the 4th Middlesex District, including Arlington, Burlington, Billerica, Woburn, and parts of Lexington. Prior to serving in the Massachusetts Senate, Donnelly was a firefighter for 37 years in the town of Lexington and legislative agent and the secretary-treasurer of the Professional Firefighters of Massachusetts. Those gathered to celebrate the life of Senator Donnelly spoke about his dedication to the people of his district and all of Massachusetts.
Senator Ken Donnelly was an exceptional legislator. It was my pleasure to work and my honor to be able to work with him side by side to represent the interests of the people of Burlington. You know, I feel that I'm lucky to have had the opportunity to work with a senator like Ken Donnelly, and Burlington is lucky to have been represented by such a person. I mean, he had Burlington's interests at heart all the time. And whenever we got together, he would talk about what are we going to do as strategy to further the interests of the people of Burlington. He always thought about that. He was always thinking, okay, what's the best way to do it? He was a pragmatist. What can we accomplish?
He's done a lot. Every year we've been really lucky that the formula grant funds have gone up, every single year, and he was, one of the senators behind that. And just generally, I mean, if anyone had a problem that we couldn't solve at the local level, take it to the state level, and Senator Donnelly would take care of it. He was a true champion, and fun to talk to.
I think if I could capture Kenny had a great intellect and the heart to match it. He could really connect the dots and help people. You know, the Massachusetts State House, Beacon Hill, is a difficult place to navigate, and Kenny had really mastered it. And when Kenny left the Firefighters Union to be a senator, he took his compassion, he took his love, and really brought it to a new level of helping so many more people, so many more classes of people, like the elderly, like the special needs, people that needed a strong advocate. And that's who Kenny really was at the end of the day. He was someone that got out of bed every day and tried to make it better for others. And he was a real champion for working families, champion for people that needed someone to stick up for them.
There were also stories about Donnelly from back when he was a firefighter and how even then he showed his willingness and dedication to help everyone.
Actually, I met Kenny when I was very, very young. I was working in Burlington Fire. I actually got laid off in 1981. I went over and worked with Lexington Fire, and I was actually assigned to Kenny's shift. So I actually ended up working with Kenny for almost a year.
What was he like back then?
He was a great guy. I mean, I was new on the job, and he probably had 10 years on the job, so he was a great mentor. You know, we worked on the ambulance together, we worked on the engines together and stuff like that. He was there to help, as he's always been throughout his life.
He was an old school firefighter. He was get in there, get dirty, get the job done, and get out of there, and help the people the best that we could. Around the firehouse, it was a different story. It was cooking and family and enjoying each other, living each other's lives together. We spent a lot of time together in that firehouse, and he was our family, and we were his family, and it was nice. It was a great guy.
Finally, everyone said that his loss will be felt by them, his district, and all the people of Massachusetts.
Well, it's going to be a really big gap because it's a very powerful progressive voice that has now been silenced. His values are very, very much well felt and respected in the Senate, and there are others, but no one quite had the way of expressing in very, very heartfelt and direct terms what the effects were of things on average working people. And that's why he was so effective in fighting for and being a champion for the people in need.
Oh, it's a loss for the firefighters in Massachusetts. It's a big loss when it comes to our health care and our pension, but for all the citizens of Mass, it has to do with him being able to fight in there behind closed doors, get things done, educate the people that are making the decisions on how to. The people can't help themselves. the state can help them and help these people with mental health issues, the workforce, entering back into the workforce, the retraining and stuff like that. And there's not going to be another Ken Donnelly.
He's touched so many lives and helped so many people. It's going to be a loss. There's going to be a vacuum.
At the Tuscan Kitchen, I'm B News Director Rich Hosford.